Hello, I am Markus Garleitner from the promotion and training team. For front mowers, Pottinger has a range of ground tracking systems. The pushed classic models and the trail models with Alpha Motion technology. Let's take a closer look to see what differences and advantages there are. The classic models have no conditioner and a characteristic short and compact design. This makes them ideal for smaller and lighter tractors. They are mounted on the trusty old A-frame. The central pivot point provides transverse ground tracking of up to 8 degrees. The tractor's front hitch ensures ground tracking in the direction of travel. This is where the short cutter bar and the short distance to the front axle are an advantage. It is also ideal if the lower linkages are either horizontal or slope slightly upwards to the mower. This gives you the best ground tracking. Of course, this depends on how high the front hitch is on the tractor. The lower, the better. On big tractors, the trailed front mowers with the Alpha Motion technology are the better option. With front mowers, the weight alleviation is very important. The cutter bar should exert as little pressure on the ground as possible. As a rule of thumb, you should be able to lift the mower unit on one side when it's stationary. That way, you reduce wear and power requirement to a minimum. It also protects the sward and the tractor is much easier to steer when cornering and on steep ground, because it is carrying the weight and not pushing it along in front. On the classic models, weight alleviation is achieved either with the suspension springs supplied or, as in our case, with the weight alleviation on the front hitch that several tractor manufacturers provide. Configured properly, the classic mowers deliver excellent results and guarantee mowing enjoyment. The Alpha Motion Master and Pro models work quite differently. The front linkage is held at a fixed height and the mower does everything else. For the right mounting height, simply consult the indicator. The Alpha Motion Master models have a more compact design and no conditioner. They are perfectly adapted to lighter tractors. The Alpha Motion Pro models are extremely versatile and available with conditioner or without. Their enormous freedom of movement is the greatest asset of these series. Plus and minus 16 degrees transverse to the direction of travel. And the mowing unit also tilts forward and backwards over bumps in the direction of travel too. This guarantees a perfectly maintained cutting height. With this technology, even mowing on bumpy terrain is a real pleasure. The weight alleviation is also integrated in the headstock and already pre-tensioned for the right ground pressure. The long and sturdy suspension springs have two advantages. They maintain a constant ground pressure, even at higher speeds and over bumps. The mower doesn't lift up and never puts too much pressure on the ground. And the second advantage is they react in a split second. Of course, there are some things that all Pottinger mowers have in common. For example, the cutter bar. The technology here is always identical. The quick change blade system, the flat design, and the tree-drive drivetrain are just some of the advantages. Another bonus that all share is the compact and intuitive design. The mounting frames have a slim and low shape, so that the driver sees everything, which is important when maneuvering and driving on the road. You can of course customize your front mower of choice with a wide range of options. A hydraulic folding side guard, various high cuts kits, road lights and much more. Clean forage thanks to first-class ground tracking. That's what counts. And the Pottinger front mowers are the specialists. Good luck with your grass harvesting.
More success with Pottinger.